So, as you guys are preparing to leave on foot, you guys notice that there's a lot of patrol vehicles in the area. And officers on the ground. It wasn't so much of a big deal that somebody died. It's a big deal that someone is managing to evade capture. You guys can sense that these guys are being driven more
by pride
than a sense of duty.
Okay. You don't have anything on you that makes you invisible, do you?
No.
Alright. I am going... How fast can I move when I'm moonwalking?
You mean when you're floating on the air type thing? Or
Well, no, I'm going to be floating in the air, but I'm also going to be moonwalking.
What?
I'll say...
I want to moonwalk past these guys and taunt them.
Why?
What?
I'll say a quarter of your base move speed, but you can still use thighs gift while moonwalking.
Can I run while I'm moonwalking?
You are a Tenkin, yes. You
Okay.
can moon run.
Well, wait, hang on. I have accentuated movements, which means that I don't take penalties.
Ah, okay. You're fine. So you can moonwalk at full speed.
Alright.
That is a sentence that I have never believed I would ever utter in my life as a DM.
It's amazing.
You may moonwalk at
You
full
may
speed.
moonwalk at full speed. I am going to...
Hold on. That is a spell, right? Accelerated movement?
It's a racial feature.
That's a racial spell. So you use the racial inborn magic of the Ares Satus passed down from generation to generation in order to moonwalk at full speed.
Yes.
I love it. Okay.
In order to run backwards while moonwalking. So I'm gonna wait until like wait behind a corner, like grabbing it, slowly moving upwards.
Mhm.
Wait for there to be sort of my best opportunity, and then when I see it, I'm going to whistle very loudly, come out from behind the corner, and what is this, Sathai's gift? But not the gift
For
of running. The
Sathai, yeah.
Sathai. Sathai's gift. Pass him. And keep on going.
Okay. Vera, you can sense that he's up to something. You're sort of sitting there, peering around the corner with him. He's tense. You can
Grinning madly.
You could feel the giggling laughter about to erupt out of him. What are you doing?
Is there any chance that we'll get through this unseen?
Minuscule.
Minuscule?
Highly minuscule.
if
However,
you ask
with whatever he's doing, absolutely not.
You can get off if you want.
Nah. I'm for Notion sector.
I don't think you're going to be moonwalking. You're going to be moonwalking while giving a crucifix a piggyback.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, we're not going to get past these guys unseen. We might as well give them a show.
We might as well be interesting.
Okay, so you're going to add on
Give
to
them a
the
good
show.
story to tell over coffee and donuts.
Alright, let's see here. She's going to make us be on fire, but she's going to control the heat so that we're not actually burning.
Okay. Soul fire or regular fire?
Soul fire.
Okay. So, green-black flames, crawl up your feet, your legs, and then hover a minute before they do go cover your crotch, almost reluctantly. And then cover the rest of you, and Vera is already, burning with
I add
green
my
fire.
purple fire to it.
Nice. Okay.
I don't know what color that would combine into.
It would be green, black, and purple licks of flame shooting in randomly.
Okay.
Looks awesome.
Be like
Would you say that kind of obscures their features?
absolutely, yes.
Alright.
In fact, at this point, You guys can't even see yourselves from the flame auras. They're roiling around you.
All right.
But we know where we're going.
You're
Wait,
gonna
but you
run
can see
into a
where
wall.
you can see where you're going, but you just can't like see any defining feature beneath the black, purple, and green fire.
Okay.
You can't see your individual fingers or anything like that.
All right.
All right.
Let's do this.
Okay. So right as you see your moment, we switch back to Aspen.
Okay.
Okay, so you're hovering around the crime scene, waiting for your chance to take a shot at the last witness, the barkeep, and you notice that the fake watch officer is being very calm.
Was he Vernosian?
No, he is actually a Zamothran. And the Vernosians have dispelled his illusions.
Okay.
Alright, and you can see why the watch outfit fits so wrongly, because he's way too small for it.
Okay.
Okay, but he seems incredibly calm. As if it's a normal day in the neighborhood to be surrounded by almost half a hundred of the city's finest officers. Oh, these aren't like your everyday normal cops that are like, alright, citizen, we'll help you out. These are the cops that have the
These are the SWAT
reputation.
team.
Yes, yes. Sanctuary Watch is essentially modern day SWAT.
Because it's big of a...
Okay, so he's
City.
completely at ease. So that probably means he's backed by some sort of organization that's gonna get him out of the situation. Or it's a really good poker face.
My immediate thought was,
that
he's like prepared to give his life.
My immediate thought was that he's also going to try and kill the barkeep.
I don't think so.
Witness.
Mm.
Wait,
Well, he
doesn't
wasn't
she
the one
have
that killed him.
a racial skill that allows her to check emotions?
Yes, you do.
I'm just gonna check him out.
Alright, so he's a bit far away, and there's a lot of intervening people. It'll be a bit difficult for you from your current position. If you
Would a
like to
50
move.
work?
Yes, it would.
Okay.
Alright, so using your supreme skill with your,
People listening to this is really like a 50!
Yeah, I know.
Hey.
We're level 10
don't know.
and we have crazy high stats.
So you guys are like level 10, and you guys have like an effective character level bonus of like plus 10. You guys are essentially almost level 20 characters
Okay.
in terms of regular D&D power.
Yeah.
But for the terms of the rest of the world, you guys are on par.
Well, considering everyone else has high stats too, it's kind of even.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. For this campaign, you guys are appropriate challenge rating
Mm-hmm.
with these skills. Granted, I think even if you went up another 10 levels, you could only get like plus 10 total.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, and then ability score buffs, which you guys are already drowning in.
Yeah.
Okay, so you weave through the thickets of the emotional responses coming from all of the officers. You know, pride, prejudice, anger, excitement, someone's hungry, someone's thinking about, getting laid, etc., etc. And you...
That's so
Get-
interesting. Because
What?
these are all Vernosians and they have like stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yes, the Vernosians have like almost perfect poker faces.
I wonder why this guy was able to... No wonder he was able to pass off as a Renosian. This
Mhm.
walkthrough.
Yeah. You sense that this person's emotions are muted, as if he's trying to restrain his own emotional responses. You've never come across the concept of using your ability to sense and manipulate emotions on others on yourself before.
Oh. Okay.
Okay? However, he may be good. You're better. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
He has a fierce sense of excitement that he's dampening down, anticipation, eagerness, and more than just a little bit of bloodlust.
Oh.
Religious zealot.
No, he plans
Well, zealot
something.
of some sort.
He knows something's gonna happen right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Or
And
soon.
there seems to be a building amount of anticipation, as if it's doing a countdown towards something, and as the countdown reaches lower, his excitement builds.
Might want to get out of there. Yeah.
Yeah, I have
Bomb.
a feeling it would be a bomb. But if she sticks around, the chaos from the bomb, or whatever is going to cause mayhem and distract the watch, she could take out her target.
Well,
So
you
that could
killed
be
your
the opening that she is waiting for.
You already killed your target.
No, wait.
Her new target, which is the witness.
This guy could also counteract this guy's statement.
What do you mean?
He came in, well, he's already been counteracted, actually. He's a monster in the relation.
Yeah. They're not going to take anything he says.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, especially since
Also
this is a mothra.
impersonating a watch member.
Yes, yes,
Uh-huh.
yes.
Mm-hmm. They're not going to listen to him.
They're more apt to listen to the poor, terrified civilian
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
who was held at gunpoint to force to keep the bar open.
Sure, whatever.
Hey, you didn't do it. You
No.
don't know if your friend did it or not, or what he'll claim.
Uh-huh.
He could lie.
Well, Sebastian's dead, so.
Sebastian's dead anyways.
Okay. Is there any other openings to take before whatever is about to happen happens?
Does the ward tell you which direction something's coming from? Whether it's something going in or something?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
It registers in and out traffic.
Okay, and it distinguishes between the two?
Yes.
Okay. Because otherwise I'd think and just bam a projectile through and then, oh, there was something in trying to get out again.
Right. Or she could... Is it against anything that's moving through the ward, or is it against organic creatures?
You don't know.
Okay. Well,
Um,
isn't my person inside a car right now?
yes, he is.
And that's reinforced.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dinky Love need a link and cut it.
The excitement level is building to a crescendo, and this person is almost at a frothing, like, I don't know, religious, not really religious zealotism, but I don't know, like those people who get like so excited that they're like bouncing up and down and frothing at the mouth and just like, oh my god!
So a 5-year-old.
Yes! This Mothra has about the same emotional content of a 5-year-old on a sugar high meeting Barney about what's about to happen, as his eyes are glued to the shantytown apartment building that was erected here.
Is there a way you can redirect his emotional fervor and sort of subtly convince him that killing the bartender will achieve the same result?
Yes.
I could probably transfer those emotions into... well, he already has a bloodlust, and he just...
Yes, but most of it's excitement and anticipation.
So turn that into wanting to kill the bartender.
Is he near the car?
Yes, he is in the patrol car one over from the bartender.
Okay, well, he's a Zamothru. He can do plenty of things. Like, TK. Okay, so she'll do that. She'll manipulate the other Zamothru
Alright, roll.
into doing what I wanted to do. Okay. 49.
Okay, you start getting in on his emotions, right? And converting it into rage and making it a logical progression. You know, impatience. You know, why hasn't it happened yet? You know, want it to happen. You know, it's all his fault. You know, emotions shifting that way.
Yeah.
Just as you're about to, like, nudge him over the edge into, like, a screaming, bloody rage,
Okay.
alright, he suddenly calms. And, right, he seems to look right at you, and then the apartment complex explodes.
Gorgeous. Okay.
So all the watch officers that were in the area, the things that were inside the ward, the trash heap, a good radius of things around it. Oh, yeah, you're pretty close. Roll a reflex save, please.
Oh, okay. I thought it wouldn't be
And
that
a
close.
will save, and a fortitude save.
Oh. Okay. 25. 25. Okay. First one was for reflex.
Okay.
Second one was for will. And 22 for fort.
Okay. So, I say explode, but I don't mean swirling mass of fiery death and force coming outwards. What happens is it's more of a ripple of things moving inwards and then getting pushed outwards again. And sometimes a thing moving inwards disappear, and sometimes a thing pushing outwards seem to appear from nothing.
Oh.
You feel a shockwave pass over you from the explosion,
Okay.
and you can sort of see like a time demolition charge, things rippling forward and backwards as it just in sequence comes out towards you. Like one ripple every 5 feet every second. Or faster than that, I don't know. But the ripples catch up to you, and they pass you over, and you feel something pulling you in somewhere. You manage to resist whatever this magical pull is, and it seems to pull not only you as your physical body, but also your magical energy and something you haven't ever felt touched before. Your soul.
Oh, okay. I was like, alright.
I need an adult.
Right? Then the wave of getting pushed back, instead of being pulled in, happens, and you dodge what appears to be a the severed top half of the officer that was on patrol around the trash heap.
Oh, nice.
And he appeared out of nowhere. The area in front of you was not having anything suddenly flying at your face, and then the top half of the Venosian officer was flying at your face.
Great.
It's one of the emerging eggs, I'm guessing.
Okay. And the wave passes you by, and you just see utter chaos in about a 300-foot diameter crater around the building.
Does it continue?
Including the building. It goes about 300 feet out, or 150 feet out away from the building before it stops. And,
Well, never mind that. Is the target dead?
Yeah, is the target dead?
you turn around and you look, and you see that the vehicle with the fake cop in it is completely unharmed, and the Mothra inside of it has his cuffs undone and is currently opening the lock with something. The bartender is not where he was previously. His car is not where it was. The car has actually been shifted. Half of its tires are in the trash heap. The other half of the car and its body frame are located on top of the unstable tower.
With my target in it?
With your target in it, who's screaming like a sissy.
Oh. It'd be a shame if something were to push it over. Accidentally. I mean...
Okay.
TK, the card the Zamothra is in.
Okay. Just to give you a description of what happened, it seems as if everything, including the building, and everything with a 150-foot radius around the building, got put into a blender and then re-put back into a semi-semblance of where everything used to be.
Wow. Nice. Except for what happened to
The Mothra, dude.
the Mothra.
Yes. There's blood, screaming, some people are missing arms, some people are missing eyes, some people don't have internal organs anymore, some people don't have a vascular system, other people don't have bones, some people don't have skin, some people have skin that's been replaced with car parts, some people have a weapon sticking out of their throat, some people are merged halfway into a wall. It looks like a very painful merging between an automatic sliding door and a Venosian, and it's going slamming them back into the wall repeatedly. That's trying to close.
Oh. Great.
You recognize all of the things that just happened as something you've seen before, but it does not have anything being pulled in from what's not already in the area.
So, the people that use the other dimensional egg things probably copied the type of magic and tried to reapply it to something else. And now they're using it as a weapon.
Right as you say, and think this, the card part with your target and it tips over and he screams as it falls down and crushes into the ground.
Well, problem solved. Time to go home.
She's gonna try and follow the others' Mothra.
Okay.
Since, you know, her work here is done. She's gonna investigate this.
Okay. Roll a die 10, please.
Sure.
3.
Okay. Alright. Get back to you in a second.
Okay.
Alright, so you've got
Moonwalk in flames.
Moonwalk, you've got the
Green, purple, and black.
green, purple, and black flames roiling over you. From an outside point of view, you guys don't even look like anything remotely human. You look like this big, spindly-legged, blobby thing covered in
Hunchback
fire.
of Notre Dame almost shape.
Mm-hmm. With feet sticking out of its chest. And, yeah. All of the officers immediately turn to look at you, snap rifles up, right? And they are just like, ah! Like they're trying to decide what to call you, like, sir, ma'am, it, thing, get down the ground, shoot it! Like they're trying to decide what sort of thing they should do when you start to moonwalk.
Alright. And so,
make a charisma check, both of you.
Okay. What? I have performed. Could that apply?
Yes. If you have better acrobatics than perform, you can use your acrobatics for your moonwalking check.
So I rolled a 1. Can I reapply that?
No.
Can I reroll?
Can I? Can Vera save him?
Oh, that's rough.
Okay. What's your full speed?
Hot damn.
What?
What's your full speed?
110 is my base speed.
Alright, you do some math real quick.
You do a moonwalk, you fall, you trip on your face, you
Well, was that for the perform check or the acrobatics check? That was for the perform check.
I wondered.
You ain't gonna get paid for it.
6 times.
So the lower half.
Well, no. Hang on. I I'm moonwalking backwards. I trip. I fall. She takes the damage.
Actually, we're both buoyant. So.
Okay, so you got like 190 miles
So
an
you
hour.
guys would just fall in the air. You tripped on air. Okay.
You
Okay.
tripped on Vera.
So,
I got a 26, by the way.
okay. So you slowly begin the moonwalk, and then you like speed it up a bit so that you're just like moonwalking slowly towards them.
Well, no, I want a Sathai's gift past them, and then keep moonwalking. And then
Okay.
when they turn around, do it again to get out of range.
Okay, so you keep doing that to all the patrols, right?
Yeah.
You're going basically like almost 200 miles an hour. You're
Uh-huh.
doing a 200 mile an hour midair moonwalk.
Yeah. With a 200-pound, 8-foot tall woman piggyback there.
300.
300.
But thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. I figured it was better to underestimate than to overestimate.
Yes, it was.
Right. As you're explaining that to her, I figured it was better to underestimate than to overestimate. You trip. You're not sure on what, or if you just rolled an ankle,
A bird.
or you hit a bird. There we go. There was a pigeon flying
Pigeons are
low,
They fuck up everything.
trying to scoop up a French fry, some lunch somewhere, and you hit a pigeon with the side of your ankle at 200 miles an hour, and you're top heavy because of Vera, and you tumble. However, unlike a normal tumble where you hit the ground, friction, gravity, ow, you just start flopping around in midair.
This is causing a nice light show.
It's like a tailspin.
Yes, you guys are essentially going into a 200 mile an hour tailspin, unable to control the direction that you're going into at this moment. How fast is terminal velocity regular air pressure?
I
Is
don't
that
know.
like 200 plus miles an hour?
I'm not sure. That'd be a good thing to Google.
I wonder if you're moving faster than the speed of sound yet.
I think speed of sound is like 700 miles.
700 miles an hour? Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm just
But we're gonna find a
I'm
way to
just
get
gonna-
up to that.
I'm just gonna... we'll find a way. We will find a way. I'm just gonna call it 20 die 6 points of damage as you guys slam into
A
building. And, you know, the fire on you guys spreads out in a magnificent display with your performance of everything, your control of the fire.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to die, but at least I'm going to look fabulous doing it.
It'll display whatever pattern you guys want.
A
As you
leaky
guys
sausage.
slam it.
What?
She said a leaky sausage, you said a dick.
What do you want?
I figure a beautiful butterfly.
That's body looks vaguely phallus-like.
Yes.
Well, no. It's a butterfly, but your contribution is that it's popping a boner.
The
Okay.
burning butterfly boner mystery. Okay.
Is this getting embossed on the book? Is this like an
Yes,
embossed
this is
from the
actually
building behind?
going to be scorched into the building. Anyway, I'll just do the digital roll.
Yeah, that's probably more efficient.
Yeah. We don't have 20 die 6, I think.
Well, hey, 20 die 6
Is
averages 3.5.
20 die 6 to each of them?
Yes.
So that's
Ooh.
like average 70? So I think I'll survive.
I think 20 die 6 would average to 3, 4 each one, then plus 20, so it would be 80, 100 something. No, it would be
I think it would be 140 is the average, and I have exactly that.
70 and 65 points of damage. You took 65, you took 70.
Alright. Good. We're not dead.
But you hurt.
You guys took a lot of damage. What's your con scores?
My massive damage threshold is
30.
36.
Alright, so you guys need to roll a
Massive
fortitude save.
damage threshold. MDT, you mean?
MDT, massive damage threshold, yes.
Roll fortitude save?
Yes, please.
That was a 7.
Ooh.
That is a 13.
31.
Are you just adding your constitution or are you adding your fortitude save bonus?
Do I add my constitution to my fortitude save bonus, or just use that fort number?
You add your fort number and your con mod together.
That still only gets me up to a 16.
Okay, what'd you get?
31.
31. Okay, you immediately go into shock and start, like, fading.
Okay.
You're at -1. You manage to tough it out to the point where you're, you were woozy for a minute from the impact. You just slammed into something the equivalent of an almost 200-mile-an-hour car crash. And you're getting up and walking away from this.
You know what it is? Is like there's a butterfly on the wall, but our bodies...
Form the day.
Yes. Fan art, please.
That was very on point. Yeah, and if you guys want to do fan art for that particular scene, please do.
Whatever.
It'd be gorgeous. And please have the bodies
good
be
at doing the chibi stuff.
spattered red on the wall.
Yeah.
So like the outline's burnt fire, and then the butterfly dick is like red blood spattered.
That's another phrase I never thought it'd be uttered.
Right?
Oh no. Alright.
I don't even want to know if butterflies have dicks. I'm not Googling that. Thank you all.
I know dragonflies do, and it's disgusting. Let's move on. Moving on.
Alright, so Vera's gonna do
So you peel yourself out of the wall.
I'm dying at your feet.
Well, not exactly at my feet. I'm still
Underneath.
holding on to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you still have the float spell thingy on you.
So you guys know, not only are you guys like halfway embedded in the wall, you guys are slowly smearing upwards.
Wait, hey, does it not fade when I die? Or when I go into shock?
No, it's a spell that does not need concentration, just lasts for 10 hours until you dispel it.
Your corpse is just gonna be...
I know! And he's still floating today.
Legend of Ajax, Section 1.
Vera is going to cast heal on him.
Okay. What is that, cast level 10?
Yeah.
Aren't you... Oh, cast level 5?
Yeah. I'm not going to be affected by it.
Okay. Why did we limit it to cast level 5?
I don't know. You just said
Probably because of your nature.
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
Roll a spellcraft check to make sure that you don't accidentally contaminate yourself with the healing magic.
It was also, you got it at level 5, and it was part of a wish spell.
That's true. Spellcraft is based on your intelligence, if you don't have any ranks in it.
Okay, 28.
Okay, you managed to successfully divert the energy that you got from the artifact through your newly changed body and not damage anything. Alright, you jettison it into Ajax, is still twitching, almost corpse, and you recover, what, 50 points of damage?
Okay.
Yeah.
So 50 points of damage.
So they met up in a bar.
What?
Well, it's just a joke that most D&D adventures sort of start, so you meet in a bar.
Yeah.
Oh.
In this particular instance, it was gay bar.
Yeah.
It's not exactly a bar, it's a tavern.
And I'm still
Sorry.
sort of viewing this as sort of like a prequel intro before you guys actually fully meet up as a team again.
Alright.
But yeah, this is sort of explaining what's going on.
Yeah. And how crazy our future adventures are going to be.
Oh yeah. Alright. So, you're healing Ajax. You're reinflating your crushed lungs with gasps of air as you come back to consciousness. And Aspen is tracking her Zamothra bomber friend.
Yeah.
Okay. He gets out of the car after a few seconds of jiggling at the lock. You can see that he managed to escape his cuffs and is using the open end of the cuff to pick the lock in the car. He gets out, the car is sort of flipped over onto its side. Alright, gets out, stands up on top of it, puts his hands on his tiny hips, right, grins ridiculously, right, the white of his teeth, pretty startling against the dark of his face. And he's just grinning as he looks at all of the chaos and destruction that happened from whatever it was.
Oh, is that all he's doing?
He's just sort of sitting there and grinning.
Admiring.
And admiring this scene and the view. And then he, steps down, hops down really, and then begins walking towards the building.
Okay.
You gonna follow him or tackle him?
No, it's just gonna follow him. I'm assuming he's gonna probably retrieve the item that he set up here
Okay.
to do that amount of damage, and I'm thinking I want to get to it first. Whatever it is.
Okay, so you want to try and see where he's intending to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at his.
Read his emotions and then give me a sense motive check. So the skill check for the reading of emotions and then the sense motive check, please.
Okay, so 54 for the emotions. And sense motive is 27.
27. Okay. So you can still feel his pulses of excitement and anticipation, and they're more tempered with hedonistic glee at everything that happened. And he seems to be approaching the back kitchen door.
Okay.
And your eyes spot, completely undisturbed by anything else around it, not even dust landing on it, is a small black duffel bag.
Nice. Okay.
About sized for a Vernosian or a Zimothran to carry gear in.
Alright.
So it would look like a purse on anyone medium size or above. Or a clutch on a cruise mix. That's what the clutch is, right?
Yeah,
I got that term right? Awesome.
I think so.
I'm asking the girls.
Alright.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna cast permanent image of that exact duffel bag there. And then she's going to cast invisibility on the duffel bag and TK it to her.
Okay, permanent image is a racial spell for you, so that means it's a spell like ability, so it doesn't take 10 minutes. Okay, so you utilize your ancient Zimothran traditional magic to form the image.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. What is your spell thing based off of? Chop?
Yeah. Chop.
So, and you're 10th level?
Yeah.
So, what's your chop bonus?
10.
10. So, DC 30. Can I have a dice? Thank you.
Rolls a natural 20 after you rolled a 1.
It rolled a 1.
Yeah, you need some new dice.
That was pretty good. The enemy rolled a
Not
natural
bad.
1. Okay, so he, gets the thing, picks up the illusionary version of the duffel bag, hoists it over his shoulder, throws his head back, laughs maniacally, and really deep actually for 3'6", twiggy redhead, and he uses his telekinesis to lift off and begins flying in the direction of where are we? The map. And he begins flying towards the richer districts in the Vernosian area.
Okay.
You okay?
Okay. After he leaves, I suppose, she's going to pick up the, duffel bag. I guess.
Make a awareness check, please, or perception, whatever you're calling it.
Okay. 25.
Okay. Right as you're bending down to pick up the duffel bag, and you pick it up and you strap it onto your shoulder. 6 bursts of purple light.
You're getting framed so hard. I'm sorry.
Okay.
6 bursts of purple light erupt in a hex formation around you.
Okay.
Right, revealing people clad in dark purple outfits embossed with a magic circle symbol on the breastplate with 12 swords representing the various colors of the Guardians.
Okay.
Embedded in the points of the 12-pointed magic circle.
Alright.
They all have swords in their hands, and they all have full face masks on. And there's one, they throw their hand out at you, and you feel a wave of magic ripple over you, completely not affect you, but freeze the backpack, or the duffel bag in place. Alright? And one of them utters in a voice that seems to be distorted through whatever magic mechanical features that are in the mask. You have one chance to surrender now or face destruction. What do you do?
Well, she values herself and her freedom more than the bag. And they seem a little bit more focused on the bag than her. So...
Do you have any way of knowing if these guys are affiliated with the... Are these guys like... What, a member like the Mages Guild or whatever, or...
These guys are, working title is the Blades. They are essentially, the, you can call it the CIA, the FBI, the MI6, and
Secret
Border
Service.
Patrol and Secret Service, all rolled up into one.
Okay.
Okay.
Usually,
These guys are like... These guys are like the last people before you get to like the army.
Yes, pretty much. Well, actually, they're not affiliated with any government. They're freelance. They act independently as information agents outside of any government political influence.
Okay.
Did you see, what is it? Oh my god, what is that movie?
Probably not.
Damn it, okay, you didn't see that movie. Done with the British spy movie that had Samuel L.
King
Jackson.
Service?
The Kingsman.
I have not.
Alright, it's sort of based on the idea that it's a independent, privately funded, non-politically affiliated spy agency that can operate outside of judicial and governmental bounds.
Okay. Alright.
You recognize them. They are sort of boogeymen for Dark Talons, because you guys like to keep everything close to the chest, and these guys are good at ferreting out secrets.
Yeah. Okay. This is a bad day. This is a very bad day. Okay. Well, I guess...
So, they gave you an ultimatum. Are you still holding the bag? What are you physically doing?
Oh, no,
Or-
she straightened up and, slowly move to the side, the bag away from her, releasing it.
Okay.
Well, maybe not exactly releasing it, because she feels like if she releases it, they're just going to tackle her or something.
Okay.
Throw the bag at them.
Well, it throws the bag
Yeah.
in midair, right?
Yes, the bag is not
You can't
weighing
really
against
move it.
your arms. You lift the strap. They are arranged in a semicircle around you. You have a wall to one side of you, and you are by the back door to the
Kitchen.
And I believe it's still busted open from when Vera decided to plow through it.
You could probably just teleport.
Oh, no. Not just teleport. Throw a ninja bomb down. Smoke bomb. Poof. Then teleport. You have to do it with style. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm thinking the moment, like, she releases the bag, like, the moment, like, her hand opening, like, the key would form in her hand, kind of like in a, it'd be covered, and then it would drop.
As you let go of the...
As she lets go of the bag.
Very nice.
And then she will use the Guardian's gift to move herself back through the kitchen and to her escape, I suppose.
Okay. Alright, so as you're dropping the smoke bomb, one of the 6 members of the Blades sees your sleight of hand, right? And it's just, the dampener's not working! And the dampener's not working! And,
Okay.
and charges at you, blade raised high and swings right as the smoke bomb hits. High or low?
No. Look low.
That's me percentile. Okay, you feel the blade whiff right over your head as you duck, and it actually takes a few of your hairs off.
God damn it! They're gonna use it! Now I can't just leave. Wait, no, she can't. Not her hair. She has a... As a scene on this picture.
Oh, you have that?
She has this.
Okay, so it cuts off a bit of the tie wrap that you used to tie your ninja gear on.
Okay,
I didn't know you had traditional ninja gear on. My bad. Okay, so...
Go big or go home.
Okay. Alright, so the little tie wrap thing that you had, flapped up a little bit from where it had been tucked in underneath the rest of your uniform, and a small 1-inch by 2-inch strip of it's cut off. Okay. And you manage to evacuate by using body dash through the building. And where'd that die 20 go? Thank you. What's your initiative? 12? Okay. And Mr. Zealous here
Damn. There's only one.
tries to keep up with you.
Okay.
But you're too fast, too experienced with urban combat and use of SmithyGCN's gift to be outfoxed by someone of his particular skill level.
I feel like it wouldn't really be like a chase. Kind of like your guys' chase where you guys are just running. I feel like she would move into a place where she's out of sight, disguise herself as with an illusion of some sort as a Vernosian, and then mix with herself with the crowds.
Yes, but
and hide place sight.
to get to the point where you can have the opportunity to break line of sight to be able to do that, he still dogs you.
Oh, okay.
Right? But you go through the building, go out the door, he manages to keep up with you in the street, but then you hit the crowd and then you bounce through the crowd at different odd angles until you're in the middle of the crowd, and then you disguise yourself.
Okay.
Right? And you continue walking along normally with the rest of the group of middle school, kids that you've disguised
Oh, that was
yourself
good.
as.
They're shorter.
Yes.
Probably around your height.
And
Also, she surrounded herself with children.
Yeah.
yes.
Can't throw a swing with a sword in here.
Right.
You might kill some innocents. I have armor.
Okay, and you see him, frantically looking through the crowd, trying to spot you, right? He's a Verdosian, and he activates his detection ability and is still scanning through the crowd looking for you. You feel it wash over you, but your training in the darker arts of magic prevent him from glimpsing you as he's searching you out.
What was that? Like, how
Your
did I do that?
non-detection
Oh, okay.
ability.
Cool.
It was higher than his detect X ability. Okay. Alright, so you are slowly making your exit. Actually not an exit, you're actually going on a field trip. It looks like.
Okay. Where am I going on this field trip?
You're in District 12.
Well, they're also... The bomb just went off, so they're
Yes.
panicked running.
They're panic running. The matron of the all-girls school is yelling in Vernosian, Come on, everyone, get back to the bus. We need to go now. And 1, 2, 3, 4, counting. And she completely misses you because you make it so that she doesn't see you. You slip through the crowd around her. And so she counts to make sure she has everyone, ready for an extra one, and piles everyone into the bus, and they take off back towards the thing. And the matron's just fanning herself, trying to, look calm but not as flustered. There was a freaking bomb that went off.
Okay. And she's sitting with this other little middle schooler.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, and she's just looks up at you, little girl voice. You hungry? And offers you a part of her sandwich.
God! The matron didn't even see me, but this little child... Okay. Oh yeah, definitely.
It's hard to not notice someone sitting right next to you.
Mm-hmm.
Innocence beats magic.
Oh, that's
Good
actually a good, maybe a good mechanic.
Yeah.
However, you can sense that some things a little different about this kid than anyone else.
I see dead people.
Hello, Susan.
Your magical cloak that you have over you,
Yeah.
completely was just blown away by nuclear radiation, and your thing was like a wood house protecting you.
Okay.
That's how powerful her search for you was
Well, shit.
in the magical spectrum.
Kill her now. She will only rise up to me.
Or you can accept
Alright,
the
so
sandwich.
you're at the juncture of kill the powerful magical child or accept the sandwich. And we go back to...
I know Ajax would accept the sandwich.
And we go back to Ajax and Vera. So you breathe in, your crushed lungs and ribs reinflating as the healing magic pours through Vera's tightly controlled concentration.
Your breath smells weird.
drinking
That's like our.
booze.
That's gonna be our
Fish.
Frosty the Snowman happy birthday. thing.
Yeah. Okay.
You want a carrot?
You found a carrot?
Yeah, I found a...
Don't eat it.
That's
Oh,
really
carrot on
gross.
the
Why
ground.
is there a carrot?
It's also kind of flaky looking.
That's...
No.
Why are we
It's
discussing
only
the...
slightly
Can you throw the
orange.
carrot away?
No.
That's gross.
Squishy.
Ew. Okay, so Vera, you pumped one surge of magic into Ajax. Ajax, how bad off do you look?
I'm
50 hit points.
50 out of 140.
Okay, so you immediately went down to -1. So you're at 50 out of 140. Okay, cool. Technically 49, but we'll call it 50.
Okay.
Alright, so you're still not looking up to doing too much, but running away maybe?
Yeah.
Vera's gonna still keep him juiced up then with
Gonna
the heal.
Okay, by the way, the Watch are slowly trying to figure out exactly the sequence of events that happened. And they're seeing the big picture, not the little picture,
Okay.
which is the penis. Which is you.
Yeah.
The butterfly thing is like a big, I'm thinking 100-foot tall
Yeah.
Black and white, sort of charred onto the building.
Yeah.
And then you guys are maybe like a 10, 15 foot blood smear.
Yeah, I'm thinking, how far have you seen into Bleach?
I've scattered.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a scene,
Does it involve Eisen and his sword, and him being stabbed onto a wall?
well, I'm thinking there's a scene where Chad's fighting an Arankar, and he punches it, and it forms a skull on the wall behind him.
Yes, I've seen that. That was
Yes.
badass.
I like that.
Yeah,
Could
sure.
you
Okay.
post that on Hangouts?
Post
Is
a
that
link to
something
that.
that would be a good reference for an art thing if someone were to do the
The
picture?
picture of the butterfly.
Fan art.
Alright.
Okay.
We'll put it in the description.
Sure. Okay. See, I think what could happen is we could record these things, and we could probably get like a month's worth of recordings while you guys work on some art pieces if you wanted to just sketch a few things.
Oh, yeah.
And we could put it in as a slideshow to go along with things.
Uh-huh.
I feel like we'd need to have at least the maps that we're referencing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
figured I could post a picture of it and make a PowerPoint or something
Uh-huh.
to post
It's a
it for the
lot of
first
effort.
ones.
Okay.
And then as we get better and more used to this, we can like
The
put
roll 20.
Roll20 or videos or what have you.
Yeah.
Okay. Angela and I will be wearing black masks.
Actually, I have a Ninja Turtle mask.
You have a what?
You know those Ninja Turtle masks?
That we wore for Miriam's
Oh.
Christmas card.
Those things are terrifying.
Those are awesome.
Okay.
And you can wear
And
that
I can be
for-
in character.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm
Okay.
a ninja
So
assassin.
you're continuing to pump healing magic into Ajax.
Mhm.
Roll on a spellcraft check, please.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Does that get me up to full?
Yes, actually. I'll
Okay.
say that she manages to channel the correct amount of the energy from her enhanced life gate through her channels without burning herself in the process, and it surges into you all at once.
Alright.
Is he still drunk?
And you heal yourself.
Nice!
As she's...
No, he's not drunk. He
Are you hungover?
is not hungover either. He has no more STDs. His toothache is gone.
I'm going to grab her hand and try to absorb the remaining and
magic.
fill myself up with spell levels.
With an natural 20? Fine.
Alright, sweet. I'm back at 18.
So we just recharged each other.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Or more like I recharged everyone.
Yeah. Alright, let's... I'll go on. Why don't we
Run
not
for our
piggyback
lives.
anymore?
Wait, are you suggesting we hold hands and run? Because I can't.
Wait, what?
Because I can't float without you.
Well, I mean...
That sounds like a romance song.
I know.
float without
Okay.
Hold on to your heart, it'll be okay.
What the hell are you guys? We're
It's-
singing 3 different songs.
I know.
That's
It's
the point.
amazing.
That's the point.
Uh,
Okay.
Well, we don't need to float anymore. Do
Well, technically we should.
You don't need to. No.
Okay,
Oh, no, why
grab
you
your
need to
hand. We're skipping down.
I thought we were.
Okay, we're skipping. Let's go.
I thought you guys were floating so that you could negate her weight
Yeah.
while running.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay. And we can also, while we're connected, we can add our Sathias gift together.
Yeah.
That's true.
Alright, let's do that.
We all come together.
Okay.
Are you skipping? Or are you actually
So,
skipping?
skipping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys
So
skip.
the butterfly.
So the butterfly dick peels itself off the wall, leaves an outline of itself there, full mast, and
You
Kinda
didn't
goes
have
with
to add
your,
that part.
Kind of goes with your buoyancy spell because it's meant for ships.
and you guys plop down onto, you guys are maybe like 5 feet above the ground again.
Uh-huh.
Look at each other, hold hands, and then you immediately start skipping off.
Skipping
Okay.
in between, like, when our feet would touch the ground.
Yeah.
Yes. What's your initiative, since you're going to be the one starting off?
My initiative.
I thought he always
Let me roll for trance.
He always goes first.
He always
He's a
goes
10.
first.
Oh, he's a Tenkin?
Yeah.
I also have trance, so
Alright.
I remember that.
Where is my other
That's like
percentile
one of
dice?
the best features is that you always go first when you're tanking. Also one of the worst
Where's my other
when you're like indecisive.
It's hiding behind the dice thing.
That's 67. Okay. There is one Tenkin on the watch squad.
okay. That I gotta beat.
Tenkin or Nojin?
Yeah, it's a pretty badass combination.
Yeah.
Tenkin
Trance.
anything's pretty badass, actually.
So 7.
I don't know, I
That's
think it'd be a little out of place on the first mix.
A 34
Maybe
total
a
for
Tenkin.
trance.
34 total for trance.
So that's for every 5 above 10.
So it's
So-
4 plus 4 units of initiative bonus. So 8? You have plus
8.
2 to initiative for each one? Yeah.
Yes. So my total initiative is 30.
30. Okay. Okay. But can you imagine a Tenkin barbarian Kurthlings?
No, I don't. I don't like to see it.
It would be terrifying.
It would be.
Really fast, really powerful range attacks. While moving everywhere and covering everything with fire.
Barbarian monk does
I feel
that.
like it doesn't really fit very well.
It doesn't fit.
It
Yeah.
looks
Not
very-
Kurthlings. Kurthlings are big, bulky, heavy fighters.
I feel like it would work more for Kanekea.
Karnagaya? Yes, absolutely.
For one of the big hitters.
Nathalfron? Not so much.
No. Well, maybe
So usually
it's Tenkin,
maybe-
but not Barbarian.
Alright.
Whatever.
Okay, so there is a popping noise, and both of you
It's like
feel
a rogue ogre or something. This just looks weird. It's possible.
It's
It'd be kinda
possible.
cool.
okay. What's your ACs?
35.
43?
Okay. You guys both feel the impact of Alright. So 2d12 9 5 14. Alright, you guys take 24 points of non-lethal damage. And 7. And 26 points of electricity, non-lethal electricity damage. As 2 taser rounds both find themselves into various portions of your body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, call it 8 die 8. Okay.
What?
Alright, hits you in the left leg, and it hits you in the torso, lower back. So, one of the officers sees you guys blurring out of movement, and he, like, bullet time between you and him, basically. And he manages to beat your initiative. Alright, pulls his rifle up.
Oh wait, hang on. I didn't actually roll for initiative.
Yes, you did.
I
You got
rolled
a
for
30.
trance.
You got a 30 initiative.
No, he
No,
rolled
I said that was my
trance.
bonus for initiative.
Oh, you have a plus 30 to initiative.
Yes.
Okay, roll.
That is a natural 1.
Alright then.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, both shots are headshots. You guys
What?
take double damage.
Aw, that's so sad.
Okay.
Well, why would his natural one
Can-
get a headshot for her?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe not for you. Actually, roll again. See if it's a critical failure.
That is a
Very good.
15.
Okay, it's not that
How
bad.
many ones does that thing roll today?
4? I rolled 1.
I think that you only rolled 2.
Yeah.
I rolled 1. You rolled a 1, but that's
My
a dice.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna
Yeah.
say that he
Someone
gets
keep
some
a
precision
count of-
damage.
What?
Alright, so you guys get an extra 20 points of damage from him being able to place the shot in a very sensitive area. Maybe a nerve cluster on
Maybe the
your
shot.
back.
Back of the ass.
Vera, and then like right by the left ass cheek or something.
Yeah.
It got you on the nose.
We're running away from him.
Running away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's not that fast. And still Ajax is faster on the foot. So you're running away.
By the Sithai's gift.
Yeah, by the Sithai's gift. Right as you're initiating the acceleration, right? This guy man just pull his rifle out. He doesn't even aim. He just sort of like hip fires instinctually. Right, that's how fast he's moving. Just, right, you guys each feel the round impact. The lightning course through you. You don't feel your flesh cook, but more like your nerves. It's like a taser round, basically. And you need to make a concentration check.
Both of us?
Were you doing any body dashing initially?
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Yes.
I think I do need to get... I rolled an 8 on that one, so that's a 25 total.
Maybe I should get a flatter surface.
Or not a smoother surface, one that actually rolls instead of slides?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can try that.
Okay,
You got
that hit the side.
interrupted. Yeah. Still got it.
You guys are making so many excuses for this dice.
Yeah.
I try to think that it's fair, but it's not.
You have ed dice.
Alright.
Yeah.
25. This is why we're called the natural ones.
It's weighted.
This is why
Yep.
we're called the natural ones. Okay.
This is why we're so powerful, because otherwise we're just gonna get
Right.
too far killed.
Okay, you got a 25, you got a what?
But we make up in failure.
25.
What we lack in success, we make up for in style.
Yeah.
And creativity.
Yes.
Yeah. Like that butterfly.
Uh-huh.
And Dick.
Okay.
Sorry.
Why'd you always have to bring the thing up?
Because.
So your
It's not
leg
completely
locks
nice.
up, right?
You gotta be anatomically correct.
your leg
Are you gonna be like pogo hopping?
locks up, right, and in full extension, just locked out like that.
Alright.
You can't really bend it to run, but you can sort of like lever yourself with it.
Uh-huh.
So you turn into sort of a hobbling run rather than a straight run.
Is there a way I can like stiff leg like flip using that as and apply acrobatics to this?
You'll have to have me follow through.
What are you trying to do with the acrobatics?
Try to. Well, no, wait, never mind, because accentuated movement.
Mhm.
It doesn't impede me. Alright, that's fine.
Yeah. So the magic that courses through your blood that you originally used to moonwalk into the wall is also preventing you from really not being able to move
The way I want to.
you want to. So your leg muscle is locked up. The muscles are in tight position. However, the magic courses through your body, and it hurts like a son of a bitch, as all the muscles move anyways, as the magic forces them to move.
Alright.
And me?
Your entire back knots up into one massive block of muscle. You can't really do much of anything other than to hold on at this point
Alright.
until you manage to work out the kinks. Okay, so you guys are running again, and there's another guy running behind you, and this time he's shooting at you.
Alright.
And he's just, stop in the name of the law! And he's not exactly terrifying, but he's terrifying. You don't know how someone who's 4'2" with, like, silvery white hair that is, like, almost like a Pantene commercial.
Yeah, it's
and a
Fabio
face that-
going behind his
yeah,
head.
and a face that's like seems to be carved out of like a flat piece of stone is intimidating, but you feel a bit of unease
Uh-huh.
as
Can
he's
I-
coming after you. Yes.
Can I try and impose intimidate check?
Sure.
46.
Okay, so what do you do to try and intimidate this guy to back off?
I think she's gonna include part of her werewolf type growl and like basically roar.
do like a warning growl.
Yeah.
Just like, back off or else they'll friggin' eat you.
Pretty much.
Kind of.
You're just right.
Okay, so rather than anything overt, you're going to try for the subliminal sort of intimidate? Okay. Okay.
Come at me.
Come at me, bro, basically. I dare you.
You're growl. And the Ajax is ding ding.
Still skipping.
Yeah. Still skipping.
Okay. The guy, falters in his running for a second, eyeing you with a new sort of look in his eye. He keeps on running, trying to make up the distance he lost while he pulls something out of his lower back armor pieces that he had hidden underneath his armor, and he pulls out a clip of ammunition that is definitely does not look standard. Right, as he ratchets it in and fires, and there's a cloud of silver mist coming out of the bullet now. Right, and he, yells as loud as he could, "You think you can stop me, monster, with your pitiful glare?"
Well, there goes that. So, did he miss or hit?
What's your AC?
35.
He missed. Apparently he was too busy trying to monologue.
It flew back in his eyes.
The gunpowder explosion, he was moving too fast, and the gunpowder misty explosion thing flew back into his face, throws off his shot, and a blur of silver whips by your ear, and it impacts against the sanctuary stone framework of the edges of the bridge that mark the channel that divides the Ares Cetus and Vernosian quarters.
Alright.
You just have to make it across this quarter-mile bridge.
Alright.
Okay.
Right, past all the checkpoints and the guard patrols and whatnot.
Yeah?
I also want to include that ratchet-ass toilet paper.
For a second there, I thought you were going for a rewipe. And we're back!
And we are back.
Oh wow, was I recording?
Yeah,
the whole time.
Caught the flesh and everything.
Okay.
Alright, so,
and so this guy's got, booming, angelic, I don't know what the fuck, how to describe it. He sounds like a total douche who's off his noggin on, power, and he's just, "I am Sinclair Rodagio, and you are my holy quarry! You will never be able to..." And he gets run over by a bus.
wait, what?
School bus I'm in.
And the school, yes, the school bus that you're in.
You know what? Hang on. I want to go back for him, because this sounds like a guy I could have a beer with.
Vera, oh fuck no.
Keep running, we're almost there!
I let go of you.
She's still holding on to you.
Okay, so
No,
you
let him go.
have gone... Oh wait, yeah, so you would need to make an escape artist check if she's going to be trying
Actively.
to grip onto you, actively. And you need to make a grapple check. So combat maneuver, essentially.
Well, that was the first decent roll I've had all night.
Congrats.
If your escape artist isn't better than your combat maneuver, then...
I don't have any points in escape artist, so...
Okay, so what's your CMB?
Is 18.
18. What's your CMD?
31.
31.
Mine
Your CMB?
is 23 and my CMD is 33.
33. Okay, so roll your die 20, Liz.
18.
Plus the 20-something?
The 23.
Okay, so that beats your 30 by a little bit. So she still manages to hold on to you, but you almost managed to shake her off.
Can I use one of my spell levels to blast her hand?
Yes, I'll make that a force reroll.
Okay.
With a roll of die 6.
3.
-3 penalty.
Yeah, you would go. I rolled a 5.
Okay, so 2 plus... Okay, yeah. So, she grabs onto you, you're still accelerating, and you're still running, and you're come to a stop, and you sort of let go of her, she grabs onto you, you blast her off, and she was weightless previously, until you came to a full stop. And she continues accelerating in the arc and the trajectory that she was going on the bridge at 200 plus miles an hour.
Well, at least you get into the...
Alright.
Use a guy's gift to
Run in the opposite direction, slow yourself down.
You are going in an arc, and you are actually following the arc of the bridge.
meaning.
So the bridge is
Meaning,
like
so
this.
the bridge is like this,
Yeah.
and you are basically going in a parallel arc to the bridge.
Alright, let's keep it. Let's get going.
I'm gonna go down.
I'll eventually slow down.
You're no longer affected by the buoyancy thing. And you're going in a perfect arch, and you're going to land. And you're not going to be weightless, so you're going to hit with the full force.
Then, let's see here.
And you turn around, look towards the guy whose like leg is sticking out from underneath the wheel, his arms
Is he
crumpled
still
up,
alive?
and he's like swearing in
You lost.
Vernosian. He's alive.
Okay.
As you watch, like his arm bone like retwists and snaps back into place, and he like sort of grunting and cursing, and a blast of silver energy is like rocketing under the bus, and children are screaming. And
He's still under the bus stopped on top of him?
yes, like he's
They're like, oh, we
partially,
ran over something. Let's stop.
he's like partially stuck in the wheel well. I'm imagining.
Oh no.
I hold out my hand. Come with me if you want to live.
Okay.
Anyone who knows you would know that it's a lie.
Well, no, I genuinely want him.
To live.
I want him
want
as an
him.
ally.
You paused.
You want him?
You hesitated.
I'd just like to reiterate that despite the fact that my character just came out of a gay bar, he is not gay.
You're married to a man.
Yeah.
That was an accident. Okay?
Just
Okay.
he happened to be gay.
Well, is Creed gay? I thought he
I
just
don't-
liked
I
being
think you guys
straight.
are both straight people. That
I think
just
you guys
decide
both-
to
Yeah, we're
get
just
married.
both straight people who just happen to get married.
For the health
It's great for
benefits.
taxes.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
And then I became a demon lord right afterwards, and we're no longer able to divorce.
Yeah.
Okay, so he
Divorce is illegal
you
in
know,
hell.
he sees you, right, and then his eyes sort of shift to like a silvery light, right, and he was about to like go and take your hand in acceptance, and then he recoils in horror, and he's just, demon, foul creature from the abyss, be gone from this plane, and he like holds up a holy symbol in the shape
hang on,
of
hang on.
what is her in Nikira's symbol? I have no idea what it is. Probably a squid.
Yeah.
What's the line from Symphony of the Night? Tribute, you Steelmans. It was not I who brought myself, but you humans who wish to pay me tribute.
What?
Okay, so he's attempting to banish you. Roll a die 20.
Oh, this is gonna be great. If he gets banished, we should be like a whole
Entire-
mini
Oh,
adventure.
Okay.
Glory.
Wait, hang on. I'm not actually.
Glory.
You aren't, but you have the title, and it works.
love it.
Get sucked backwards into
Nice.
a swirling vortex of hellfire as you have the like, what the fuck just happened look on your face, and it swallows you whole, and
Ooh.
the Sinclair guy is just, take that,
The
demon
one
prince.
success.
And let's
entire
end it.
career.
No. Ajax is just sitting right now.
Ajax is in hell. Where the fuck am I? Oh,
Then you're sent
okay.
by attendance.
Yes.
Yes, this is where you'll get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Perfect. All right. Let's end it here.
All
Holy
right.
shit.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay. Good night.
We will try and edit the crap out of this so it's not as bad.